Halloween. This is Halloween. 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 Is it pronounced salsa or salsa? Is this pronounced salsa or salsa? Sorry we had to take a break, guys.
Salsa.
Brooke and I did a little show. 1 second, I gotta get a White Claw. Is it pronounced salsa? Are you recording, Brooke?
Yes.
Yeah,
I gotta let me set a time. Set a timer for 20 minutes.
Oh man. Okay, so I didn't talk about this the last time that we had a podcast, right? But our toilet broke, right?
Did we talk about
We
this?
did not talk about it.
Jeez.
So our toilet broke. I accidentally dropped a glass top of a
perfume bottle or like cologne bottle, technically, because it was his cologne.
into the toilet.
You know, we've got like a shelf organizer above the toilet.
Yes.
You know, so there's things up there like
Things fall
cologne.
into the toilet. Damn.
Well, a glass thing fell in the toilet. Okay, but here's the
We didn't know what it was at first, though. Like it just was. The toilet was not going down.
So
It was not flushing.
Yeah.
It's like
all
how
the way.
you guys know how they have like those French perfumes and they're called eau de
Eau de
toilette.
toilette. It was literally the eau de
toilet water.
toilette.
So
Yeah, you just were making that.
the interesting thing about that whole ordeal was, and that I wasn't ready for like 4 days. Every single time I had to shit, I had to go to a McDonald's, right? And my butthole was not ready for 3 shits in a McDonald's with those toilet paper. I don't know if I've never noticed the thinnest.
Oh no.
My beehole was singing by the end of that weekend. I was like,
sand construction paper.
One ply, definitely.
it's like see-through. You like if you put it, you could like.
You have to like wad up a whole ball of it.
Oh my god!
And it just rips your asshole apart.
My asshole. I got hemorrhoids that weekend.
Yeah, that was a couple weeks ago, and it's still traumatic, as you can tell.
As you can
It's very, very unfortunate.
Man, I'm so glad that I don't work at a McDonald's, because if I knew that one of my poops a day would be at work, I would make sure it was at work if I was working at McDonald's.
I mean, it always is for me. I always poop.
Would
at
you
work.
bring your own toilet paper?
I poop on the clock all the time.
BYOTP.
I probably would have to start
not a
bringing
bad
my own
idea.
toilet paper. But in the back of my mind, I would feel bad about it because I'd like, oh, I want to use your product. But there's no way that I could do one poop a day with that beehole ripper toilet paper that they got in the thinnest beehole ripper toilet paper you've ever seen.
I'm sure you just do you think there's a staff bathroom in the back? Anybody who's worked at McDonald's?
I don't
Is there
know.
a staff bathroom?
That's where they keep the good shit.
They probably got the good toilet paper back there.
No,
I
McDonald's
had
is
to guess.
lazy. So I've had to guess they probably get the same exact toilet paper as everybody
well, I'm
else.
saying that maybe like one of the employees supplies it. You know, if you're a good manager, maybe you supply the good TP for the employees.
That just shut off.
Mine did?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, let me go look.
Weren't. It did make like a sound, didn't it?
It did make a sound. It went clink.
Oh. Wouldn't be an episode of Power Hour without spilling some shit.
Jesus.
That's not a good place to put it, though.
It would not be an episode of Power Hour.
Yeah, I don't know why this turned off.
You ain't seen 10 bands in your life, shit. Reach for my neck, you'll get turned into an example. Y'all gotta stop playing with me, man. I threw diamonds at the strip clubs under the Great Pyramids. I pushed the camel through the eye of a needle. This shit ain't nothing to me, man. Tied the ops to the back of a Trackhawk and dragged them around the block for 24 hours. Motherfucker looked like a Resident Evil 5 campaign extra after we was done with him.
Well,
For anyone that's counting,
You should set a timer on your thing because my watch is almost dead.
hey Siri, set a timer for 20 minutes. You can we start now? You still recording? If anyone wants to have an active countdown or the active counter for how many drinks Brooke has knocked over in the Sensory UnderLoad podcast in successive episodes, this is 3. This is episode 3 of... Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus.
What kind of production is this?
Can someone please plug that back in?
What kind of... it's plugged in. It just broke, I think. What kind of production is this?
Can you try to plug it back in and turn it on?
A production of too many chords is what it is.
Oh my god. Yeah, hit the button. Hit the power on. It's working. It's working. Just turn the power on. There we go. Oh.
Did you just turn that step on that, Luigi?
I don't think I stepped on that, did I?
I said
I
Luigi.
don't know. Do you want something crazy as fuck that I saw on Reddit?
What?
I saw a guy rob a gas station with no fucking arms and an electric wheelchair. Well, he had one arm. He had one arm, right? And legs, right? He had the gun posted up in his foot, right? And then he was like, he had like his finger on the wheelchair, and he had his foot on the trigger, robbing a gas station, right?
That's hardcore.
And this is what I want to know.
That's equality. That's what
How
I
the
say.
fuck is he not getting caught? Because I would be like, who's the only criminal that I know?
How fast can a wheelchair go?
Do you think they let him get away because he's disabled? They're like, oh.
Well, no. Can they go like 40 miles an hour? What if he's just fucking speeding down the road?
That's true.
What if the
You know?
What
He's
if the
always in
cashier-
a getaway vehicle.
cashier's like, joke's on you. We don't have a ramp.
How'd he get in here in the first place then?
Oh, that's a plot hole.
Yeah, it's okay.
Hmm.
I mean, all you'd really have to do is throw like a stick in front of him. Hey, 1 second, Spencer. Let's put the lid on that, because the last thing I need is, yeah.
Me to knock it over?
I wasn't gonna try to say that. I didn't want to rag on you. We already spent.
You already did.
We already.
You already did.
Yeah. But yeah. Do you know something interesting? I've been watching YouTube videos of people like making fancy mixed drinks, which is something I don't think I'll ever do. You know what I mean? Like,
You got the bar.
no, but
Yeah, I mean, you could learn.
their shit's like they're making syrups, they're doing fancy stuff,
Are they infusing things?
they're
and-
infusing
Lighting
things.
shit on fire.
Yeah, I don't. But there is a prohibition drink called a monkey gland.
Gland?
Yeah, which is like a
Ew.
popular prohibition drink. And apparently, and I didn't know this, that at one time, people used to take like a part of the monkey's brain and like take it to get their dick hard. And I'm not sure if it worked or not.
Like as a medicinal...
As a medicinal thing.
Viagra?
It's like a Viagra type thing. And I don't know if it works or not, but the drink is like a play on the monkey gland, because they're like, if you drink this, you're going to be horny and fucking all night.
Well,
So isn't that
goddamn.
interesting? That like,
I'm still thinking about the Viagra thing.
do you think that works?
Yeah, wait, it's from their brain?
Yeah, it's like a part of the brain they would
Monkeys
eat.
are pretty horny, I feel like.
Doesn't liquor just do that in general?
Sometimes, I mean, you drink enough. You
True.
drink enough liquor, you're not horny anymore. You're just kind of like,
I mean, yeah, I guess.
you know what I mean?
That's if you're really drunk.
Yeah, you gotta be like super smashed.
I don't even know if I have to be super smashed. I think it's this. Are you super dehydrated?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I think the dehydration's the boner killer, realistically. But maybe not. I don't
That
know.
makes sense.
I've gotten...
That checks out.
Everyone's
Donkey.
gotten, what's it called? Like, soft penis syndrome from booze occasionally.
Whiskey.
I haven't, but I
You don't have a penis.
so-
That'd be funny if you did. You're like, oh, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. And they're like, what?
Science. Medical science.
Medical science. Science. How the fuck does it work?
Dr. Skyler.
Dr.
Wow.
Skyler, MD. Oh, dude. Do you know something I was thinking about today? That a microwave is the same thing as a television, but the only thing that's on the television screen of a microwave is food that you're cooking. You know that shit?
I think a lot of appliances are that way because you could also say the same with like a dryer, a washing machine.
They should have that
Right?
shit on the TV, like how they have the Yule log, where it's just the fireplace.
They have a
It's just a
microwave.
microwave.
What would you want to put on in the background? Like what food would you have cooking?
Like
Like
a
a
nice
chicken?
big hungry man TV dinner.
TV dinner.
You know what I think I'd want it to be? I think I'd want it to be like a steaks or something that I can like physically watch it like change color.
You'd want to make a steak
You
in the
microwave a
microwave?
No,
steak?
I don't want it. No, but I'm saying for the television show, I'd want something that you could visually see it changing. You know what I mean? You want to hit that?
It's actually like cooking.
Popcorn, maybe?
Popcorn would be fun.
That'd be satisfying.
I think I would even like to watch like laundry dry or wash.
I mean, you can do that. Just go to the laundromat.
Oh.
That's free.
But a live stream of it or a channel, I think
you're
people would.
thinking.
I think people would watch it.
Now you're thinking.
I watched this.
Go
one-
to the laundromat and just set up a
camera.
A camera.
There we go. One that I really find interesting is Scully. Are you okay? Are you about to puke?
What do you got going on in your mouth here?
I think he was eating something of that rope toy and he got a little in his throat. One that I watch is this one guy who strapped a camera. He lives on like a big farm, right? And he has an auto mower, and he strapped a camera to the back of the auto mower, and it just goes around on live stream and cuts his grass, and people watch it. Wow. It's like one of the most popular TikTok live streams that people watch.
This is what we've come to.
I can see that.
It's actually really fun to watch because it even runs at nighttime. So sometimes
Wait,
there's
he's
like
constantly
animals.
mowing his lawn?
Mows at night?
He lives out. He's what is it called? Where people like don't trust the government and then they go out into the woods. What's that called?
But he's constantly got a mower running?
Yeah, how often
It's
is
like
this
a-
motherfucker mowing?
No, he's not moving. It's like an auto mower. It like runs by itself. It's kind of like a Roomba
Whoa.
with a.
Oh,
grass
okay. I've
Roomba.
heard of that. I have heard of that.
That's crazy.
It's like a Roomba lawnmower.
Yeah. But it runs 24/7 at his house. There's always the live
It must
stream.
go kind of slow.
Yeah, it kind of goes slow. It's fun to watch at nighttime because then we'll see like animals on his property and stuff, and it's kind of fun. Shout out to Mad Scientist Nate or whatever his name is.
You know what I like watching on TikTok?
What?
And Skylar hates it. This guy that does cow's hooves. He like carves them up.
He trims them down. It's
He
gross.
trims them. Yes, that's the right word.
Carves them up.
Yeah, what? I was like, what?
He trims hooves.
Okay. You
It's-
watch this?
It's weirdly enticing. Okay.
Sounds like our 8th grade field
Just
trip.
get
where
It's
put-
gross. Oh my
Watch it
god.
Just
get
watch
put
a
in
cow
front-
get inseminated.
Oh, now that is not what it is. It's literally just like a close up of the cow's hoof, and it's just like them.
Shearing it up.
And then
Yeah.
sometimes they have problems, and it's like you learn about, like they're getting a rock out of there or something.
Yeah,
Shit.
sometimes they get like little blood blisters
Yeah,
inside their
sometimes
hoofs.
they get blisters. In
Like
there.
you know how you
It's
get on
weird.
your own nail? Like
Yeah.
sometimes you get blood underneath it and then it gets all
I
gross.
bet the cow feels good for the cow.
Oh yeah, I'm
I
sure
think
that-
it's
Cows
like
like,
the
fuck
equivalent
yeah.
of like a pimple popping video almost. You know, I never watched those, but
dude, I remember
it's like the similar feeling of like
I did say to my dad that I wasn't going to talk shit about him anymore, but my dad used to watch those pimple popping videos fucking religiously. He was really into them.
Gross.
And then
at some point I can see how it is kind of satisfying, you know, like when you do it to yourself. But for some reason, watching a video of somebody else doing it is just kind of gross.
Kind of.
It is gross.
I like a blackhead video. I'll admit it.
Sometimes it is kind of satisfying.
I
The
like.
blackhead ones can be satisfying.
Do you know what's one that I fell
as
into?
long as there's no blood involved.
that I fell into a rabbit hole because it kept showing me, and then I couldn't look away, like one of those cosmic horrors can't look away, was I got really obsessed with people using, like, the inner ear camera, and they clean out their ears, and they're, like, scooping,
That's
just
nasty.
like, it's
What?
so gross.
Ew.
I got one of those on
Fuck's
TikTok
wrong
the
with
other
you?
day, and I actually just scrolled by it. I did not watch it.
The problem is I can't not watch it. They're like,
Yeah, it is one of those things that's like a car crash. Like, you can't
What
stop.
in the
Like, you
fuck?
want to, but, like, you kind of can't.
picture this. This is the intro. Someone had an impacted bug smeared in between layer, and they're like taking the
Ew.
shit out of it. It's so gross.
That's nasty.
Dude, do you know what's really common in China that I've learned from watching ear cleaning videos? Because there's like American ones, right? And then there's Chinese ones.
Okay.
And you can tell the ones that are Chinese. But bugs crawling in your ear in China are...
Does that happen very
It's a
often?
fucking more than... Because I'm like, how many fucking bugs are climbing into these people's ears? Like, why is this a common occurrence?
Have you guys ever had your ears, like, rinsed out before?
No.
I don't think so. No.
One time when I was, like, in high school, I think, I don't know, I had, like, a really bad cold. You know, when, like, you feel all stuffed up?
Yeah.
But it, like, never went away.
A little infection.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if I just had buildup or something, but they, like, flushed my ears out.
Yeah.
Like, they used, like, a saline rinse or something and, like, squirted water in my ear, and it, like, rinsed it all out. And I literally felt like I could fucking hear colors afterwards.
Jesus Christ.
It was wild.
I want this to be. I want to do this.
It was crazy. I actually remember, like, being in the doctor's office and doing it, and then going to the bathroom afterwards. And, like,
Everything's so loud.
literally, I was like, this sounds weird, but I was like, pulling my pants down to sit down on the toilet, and I was like, this is so loud.
Jesus Christ.
The sound of me my pants crinkling was loud to me.
Wow.
I mean, I will say, though, overall, right, you have dirty ears.
I make a lot of earwax.
I know,
guess.
it's crazy.
I guess I make a lot of earwax.
Yeah. Okay, did you guys see the Mitch McConnell thing?
Like,
Where he's like,
having a stroke and shit?
he's like,
yeah.
right? Like,
I mean, I don't know if it's a stroke, but it looks like it. You've seen that, right?
Yeah.
why not, like, just let the next generation take over?
Right.
What's the appeal?
Money? You think that's what it is? Because honestly, I would be like, I want to retire,
Yeah.
right? Like, I want to retire right now, and I'm 30 years old. I barely
He's a
done shit, and I want to be done.
He's a reptilian. He's not human.
I mean, the thing, too, man, he's got to be so close to death that, like, you fully know that you're not going to see the byproducts of anything you do. You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to live long
has
enough
he
for
done?
anything that I do to, like,
yeah, I don't
take
fucking
it.
know.
You know what I mean?
I don't even know what state he's.
Kentucky.
Is it Kentucky?
Why not quit, though? Like, why not just, like, move to Florida with all the other
Right?
old
Why don't you
people?
just retire? It is legitimately kind of
Like,
confusing.
aren't you a fucking... Like, he's been in the Senate since, like,
Power hungry.
the
They're not
60s,
gonna
right?
retire.
You have
Yeah,
to
I
be a
guess.
multi-millionaire by now, easily. Because, you know, everyone does the, like, insider trading. They know all the information of shit that's about to... regulations that are about to come. So you know he's got a bag.
Oh yeah.
Just fucking fuck whores in Florida. Do anything. Do anything else. Like, stand in front of the sun. Learn how to golf.
Stand in front of the
Just,
sun.
just jerk off constantly until you die from, like, dehydration.
He's gonna
Something.
die in the press conference. Like, at the podium.
It is a good question though, because like I said, I'm fucking done working now.
Yeah.
I'm already ready to be done.
Do you think you just kind of get attracted to the, like...
I mean, like Spencer said, he's power hungry.
Yeah. They're not,
I mean, is it partially power hungry? Do you, like... I'm in front of people all the time. People know my name. Like, if
I think that's the definition of being power hungry.
I mean,
You
like...
like
even-
the attention and what being a leader gets you.
Yeah.
it's fucked up that they don't have term limits for.
They really should.
congressmen.
Yeah.
I know this is not...
Oh my god.
This is the most stoner fucking conversation.
I know
Right.
this. I know this is an unpopular conversation type thing, but what's her name should have fucking stepped down from the Supreme Court before she got too old.
RBG.
Yeah, it always goes Republican, Democrat every time for almost pretty much forever. It's gone Republican, Democrat, and you're already like 80 fucking nuts years old, and you got to step down if you are like a liberal. You know what I mean? Like if you're a liberal,
does it make a difference being on the Supreme Court with a different president? Is that what you're saying?
The president chooses who becomes the Supreme Court person.
Correct.
Right? She should have stepped down when Barack Obama was president.
Yeah, got some Democrats
right?
in there.
And then a Democrat could have been in there, and then the shit would have been even still.
Oh, I see what you mean.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, why wait until you're fucking about to die or dead, and then you're like, oh, Trump is president. Fuck! You know what I mean? That
yeah.
that
I
would
see what
haunt
you
that
mean
would haunt
now.
my heart more than fucking anything. You know what I mean? Just personally, nothing against the lady. You did a lot of great things, but fuck, you fucked up on that one. Fucked up on that card, homegirl. But you know, you're still the real one, RBG. Ruth Bader Ginsburg kind of sounds like a baseball player. Coming up to the
It
mound,
does, yeah.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
She should have been on the Rockford Peaches.
Ooh, Rockford Peaches should. This would be a hot way to like get people to, like that's a ladies' baseball team,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
What if they do like little booty cut shorts underneath the like lady dress, and the peaches is their ass?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to sell some tickets.
I mean, I don't think they would have done that in the 40s. Does this team still exist?
Maybe there's probably female baseball. Still?
This might be a really stupid question. This didn't take place. Was this in Rockford, Illinois?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
should know that. If
Right.
it
That's what I
exists,
mean. I was like,
yeah.
I feel like I don't think they do. We would
Yeah.
know if they did.
No, probably not.
I think
or-
they still have the field over there. You can go to the field, I think, from the movie.
I went to Field of Dreams in Iowa.
Oh, yeah. Isn't that just in the middle of nowhere?
It's just in the middle of the nowhere, and it's just a baseball field. I remember walking out of it, like walking out to the field, and then all of a sudden it hit me. I'm like, oh, I'm not going to see a single ghost.
No.
I'm just in a cornfield, and I'm like, oh, man, I feel stupid all of a sudden. There's not going to be any Ray Liotta representation
God damn it.
of ghosts. I just was like,
No angels in the outfield.
there
for
was
you.
no.
Like, this is way lamer.
This is just
A baseball field.
this is just a baseball field in a field. So
Was there like a bunch of people there?
yeah. And then I think I'm looking around and everyone has the realization. They're like,
Why do we drive all
Wait,
the
wait.
way?
Is there like a parking lot
yeah.
for just a baseball field of nothing? Do they ever play games there?
Yeah, of course they do. Of course
Okay.
they do. Of course they do. Yeah.
That's hilarious. Yeah, you go to any time you go to a place from a movie, you're just like, well, this is
This is
yeah.
it.
Why did I come here?
Yeah, it was a very ugly small house with a baseball field in a cornfield, but like 30 minutes away from anything around it. So we're driving there, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is gonna be a cool Field of Dreams house, and it's just like, oh, this is dumb. This is as dumb as the movie is.
It probably looks exactly like DeKalb. Just like, all right.
It was, and I'm like, oh man,
Probably even worse because it's in the middle of Iowa and there's nothing around it.
yeah, it was. It's all
Like
cornfield.
Iowa is even worse than Illinois in terms
Yeah.
of boringness.
True.
Yeah,
Like
way to beat us out. Weekly
True
Set.
dat.
Like, what's the big city in
Iowa?
Yeah,
It's not like Des
Des
Moines
Moines.
yeah.
or something. Dubuque. Where is Iowa State University?
know.
Dubuque, Iowa, maybe.
Des
I
Moines is
Dubuque
the
you,
big
Satan.
City, I think.
Yeah,
A big city of 200,000 people. Or whatever.
right. That's
I think
probably
Iowa City
roaring.
might be a
City.
city. Iowa City.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Anybody?
Probably
Fuck
got
yo
like 10
shit.
people.
Anybody?
Your place is whack. Sorry.
All I got is meth and
I don't know what's
corn.
worse, Iowa or Nebraska.
That's
Nebraska.
tricky. Yeah, both kind
There's
of
a couple people from my work that are like big Nebraska football fans.
Oh. I need to stop. I need to curve myself from saying
No,
that.
they are.
I understand that.
One of them is the CEO of our company.
This joke is getting completely cut out just in case. This joke is completely getting cut out.
You actually have to remember to do it, though, because after the last times you say that you do that, and then they're still in.
I left some in because they're funny. I'm like, oh, it's not too offensive, but I'm definitely cutting this out. Hey, fucker, listen to me.
Listen to yourself. Wow, that's good timing.
Nice timing there.
Okay.
Nice timing.
Oh my god, I think it just stopped recording.
My brats are full of cum.
You ready to set another timer?
Hey Siri, set a timer for 20 minutes. We're good. So R.I.P. to Smash Mouth, lead singer. I'm gonna just call you Smash Mouth.
This is even like a couple weeks old, isn't it? Like he died a little while ago.
They can't hear you.
I'm just telling you.
I'm aware. Yes. But R.I.P.
This is old news.
Jesus fucking Christ.
That one's empty.
R.I.P. to Smash Mouth.
I forgot to open the thing.
Dies at 56 years old from alcohol byproducts of alcohol addiction and liver failure. Do you guys remember the All-Star music video as well as the Mystery Men movie? Do you guys remember this movie at all?
I've never
No.
seen that movie, and I think a lot of people haven't.
Well, something a little
But I
bit
didn't even know it existed until you told me about this.
something a little bit interesting about this movie that's a speculation type
The
interest.
Mystery Men movie?
Yes. The Mystery Men movie is apparently, and people don't know this for a fact, may have been directed by Tim Burton. But he hated the movie and asked for his name to be removed because the person who's produced like 85% of Tim Burton's movies is the director of the movie. So like if you watch the movie Mystery Men, which is a good movie, you might
Did it have Ben Stiller in it?
it has Ben Stiller in it.
Oh, that's right.
It has William H. Macy. It has Pee Wee Herman playing a guy.
Also R.I.P.
R.I.P. to Pee Wee. Big shouts out to Pee Wee. If you've never watched Pee Wee's Big Adventure, directed by Tim Burton.
That is outwardly directed by Tim Burton.
Outwardly directed by Tim Burton. Watch that sometime. Great film. This is best movie in my opinion. You know, Tim
Tim Burton's best movie?
Tim Burton's best movie is Pee Wee in my opinion. What's the one where he plays the movie director that like makes shitty movies? Doesn't matter. I don't like his style.
Tim Burton?
Yeah. I understand that it's like referential to like German expressionism and like it's like a certain style, but like his sauce is kind of I'm like,
I mean, I think it's fine. I think it's fun for what it is.
He's versatile too.
He
He
does-
could do Batman.
Yeah.
He did Big Fish.
Oh, I always forget about Big Fish.
These are
I
Tim
fucking
Burton
love
movies
Big Fish.
that
Big
aren't-
Fish is the first on some real early hipster shit.
It is a hipster
It's
movie,
a
but
hipster
I don't
movie.
care. Okay?
No. I mean, like, but visually, the visual iconography of the movie Big Fish is some hipster shit.
Yeah, it is.
S-
I'll admit that, but
1 second.
I still can't.
Keep talking.
I'll still
He's
say that I
done-
like it.
He's done other shit that's not all.
I want to watch that. I haven't watched
Animated,
that
but
movie in a long time,
I
but
love
now
his
I want to watch
animated
it.
stuff too. I don't know
Animated
what
stuff.
Skylar's talking about Tim Burton's sauce. Doesn't
I mean,
like,
I would say
doesn't
lately,
like Tim Burton's sauce.
maybe in the last like 5 to 10 years, his shit isn't great.
It's just become, in my opinion, his style has become redundant as time has gone on, and I don't love it
Yeah.
enough. Like, I like Quentin Tarantino's visual style enough that I'm like, oh, this movie looks like Pulp Fiction. This movie looks like Death Proof. They all have a visual style, and his specific sauce, his style, is too much for me, in my opinion.
That's fair.
Like, I think that Edward Scissorhands is a fucking ugly looking movie, in my opinion.
I think it's fun.
It's
think Edward
fun.
Scissorhands
Beetlejuice.
is fun, right? Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice is like
Beetlejuice is great.
Beetlejuice is 100% great. That might be an actor-driven great movie.
Yeah. I will say the one thing I don't like about Tim Burton ever since I watched the making of Nightmare Before Christmas, it made me not like him more. Did you guys ever watch that?
No.
So the whole making of he didn't do anything for Nightmare Before Christmas, basically.
He didn't direct that, right? Because it says Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas, but it's not directed by him.
He drew
I always
Jack and
forget that,
Sally
yeah.
and a few other characters, and then he went off and made Batman, and he would show up like once a month and be like, "Hey, you guys need to hurry up, deadlines," and like yell and kick holes in the wall. And these guys were sitting there like, "Hey, it takes us a day to film like 10 seconds of this movie."
I always forget that movie is not like directed by Tim Burton.
And then
It's
right at
just,
the
like,
end, the studio's like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna slap Tim Burton's name on
the front of it."
And the poor
everybody
director
thinks
was
that
like,
it's directed by him, but it's not actually.
It was like a whole different team did all the work, and he didn't do shit.
Do you know what's an
slapped his name
underrated
on it.
Tim Burton movie though?
Ed Wood.
Ed Wood is probably the best in my favorite Tim Burton movie, but Batman 2, the second, not Batman 89,
with the Penguin.
With the Penguin. What a dark, weird, sad movie. They Moses baby penguin into the like drain in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
It's got like a weird Christopher Walken's playing his dad. He's like, "You're my son."
Oh yeah, it's got the
It's like,
flashbacks.
it's bizarre. It's like a nightmare. It's like a fever dream. He's like vomiting dark blood up in front of people. I'm like, did you know people fucking lost their minds when that movie came out? That there was like advertised for kids because it's so dark. Like people like protested McDonald's because they had Batman 2 toys because they're like, this is not a movie that kids should be watching, which is kind of correct.
Catwoman.
Yeah, well,
though?
yeah.
She was
Probably not the whole series.
dope in that movie.
I mean, the first Batman's okay. It's not like overtly dark.
It's
like,
pretty playful.
It's more playful, but the second one is very, very dark. Because I mean, we're in the '90s by then, and Tim Burton's like,
and then they like went in a whole different direction.
Yeah.
And started with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
yeah, like the cheesy
They
stuff.
did the goofy ones.
Do you know that he was originally slated to direct all of those movies, and because the second one flopped so bad,
After
they
the
like
second
cut
one, he
him
left.
from the movies,
Oh god.
and they used his like visual style
So the second Batman flopped, basically.
really bad. The
The
one
first one did well.
first one is like a watershed moment in cinema in the sense that before it, like pitching the idea of a superhero movie was like oh, that's gonna do horrible. Batman did the best in theaters than any other movie. It's probably the #1 movie of '89, like without a doubt.
Gotcha.
Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
Is that the one with Kiss from a Rose?
No, that's Batman Forever.
Which one is that? The third one? Or is that like a new rendition?
So that was originally supposed to be directed by Tim Burton. Batman Forever is the first one in the '90s series.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Shit.
With
There's so many.
With what's his name? Jim Carrey's in that movie.
Oh,
is the Riddler.
Is the Riddler.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, Batman Forever is a great
Who plays
movie.
Batman in that?
Val Kilmer.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, that's so weird.
Yeah. Val Kilmer.
Have we watched that recently?
We watched it somewhat recently.
Okay.
We've definitely watched it before. Is that not recording?
You're right. I don't see the thing. Go look at it. Unless you want me to.
Can you look? I don't know. Well, I mean, luckily we'll be having a new camera somewhat soon. So I know it's.
Should I just do it again?
Yeah, but flip the thing out second.
I will.
I'm just saying.
Okay. Got another timer? Ready?
Hey Siri, set a timer for 20 minutes.
20 minutes. Starting now.
All right. I'm sorry.
This is why it's difficult for me to get in the middle. I should probably sit on the end.
Huh?
This is yours. Oh, shit. Never mind. Said I should probably sit on the end in the next time.
Okay.
Scully's like, stop moving.
So I know it's part of the lure of the show, but there's nothing that pisses me off more in the world than in the episode of New Family Feud, right?
Like with Steve Harvey?
With Steve Harvey, when they had the world's most clearly sexual question. Right? Not even that. All right, I'm going to do
Every
Steve
time.
Harvey. So say something dirty, like my penis or something like that.
Sit on my face.
Right? And I'm
Whoa,
Steve
okay.
Harvey. I'm Steve Harvey, and he does this. Like he's I'm like, motherfucker, you wrote you motherfuckers know what you wrote.
You know, it's always like
Like, he's
things
like,
you say to your wife in
Right.
bed. Or
Right.
whatever.
And he does the like he's disapproving of America.
Oh my God.
And the thing that pisses me off even more, this pisses me off even more, right? So he does the whole act out of like, I can't believe he said that. And then, ding, 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 it's the number one answer. And then he looks at the camera like he's
Like,
disappointed
oh my
at
God.
us. Like he's disappointed at me for saying penis.
That's their
And I'm
bread
like, of
and
course
butter.
that's what penis is. That's what you wrote the question for. What are you talking about, Steve Harvey? Shit, that makes me pissed off. I was watching fucking Family Feud at work, and I was like, yo, fuck you, Steve Harvey, for fucking judging me. You wrote the fucking question, dude. Why are you looking at me like I'm the fucking asshole?
You have
Fuck.
a lot of
It made me mad because he did it like 3 in a row.
mad.
And I'm like, you're just milking the joke at this point.
that's
You know
too
what I
much.
That's their bread and butter.
I mean, yeah.
It's a whole show of that.
That's too much in
It's
one.
too fucking much.
Like one of those per category, or like per.
Okay.
It stopped
yeah.
again.
What the fuck? Why?
I don't know. Let's move your camera away. Can we just center yours, Spencer? Or this is the most.
I don't know why it's stopping.
I don't know. It's okay. It is what it is.
Just put a lot.
Yeah, that one's only 57 seconds.
Yeah, just.
We're back again.
It's gonna be a lot of
Again,
just
again.
like slightly shifting.
Yes,
Yeah.
slightly shifting to
Positions
the
here.
left or to the right or
I'm now sitting on
up or
Scully.
down.
I want to make a plus size women's clothing line called "Ooh, she a big bitch."
You know, you know what I just learned that is very interesting.
What?
That probably neither of you care about, but plus size women's clothing and maybe men's clothing too. I don't know. But plus size clothing, like in the plus size line, is like cut differently than regular size clothing.
That
Like when
makes
it
sense.
says 1, 2, 3X, it's like cut differently than the regular size.
Interesting.
So apparently, like for a small, medium, large, whatever, they'll have like your regular skinny ass models, you know, do your small, and then you add like an inch for medium, you add another inch for large. But for plus size, you start out with like a 1X as your base model, and then you go from there. So it's like
Interesting.
not just adding inches onto the outside, but the more you know.
So I've been talking about how I want a Sonic the Hedgehog assassinated by as JFK. This is my dream, and Spencer made it happen, so you guys get to talk about it. But I wanted to
Are you
talk.
going to put it in here?
Yeah, I'll insert the picture. I was talking about how I want a picture of JFK as Sonic, Tails as Jacqueline Onassis Kennedy, and then he's being assassinated in the back of, you know,
The car.
the car. I put it out into the TikTok world, hoping that someone would return to me the
I hope
fruits of my
somebody's
labor.
working on it right now.
But
thought you
Spencer,
did.
Spencer did.
Oh,
Spencer
yeah,
found.
just-
Spencer did an AI
His
picture.
AI whipped it up real
so
quick.
boom,
Sometimes
check that
that's
out.
what you need.
And that's pretty cool.
It turned out pretty good actually.
did actually turn out
It didn't
pretty
get the. It's like the bullet is right there. It didn't get the actual moment.
Right,
It
it's
won't
the
get
moment
that
of
Slightly
impact.
violent.
before.
It won't get that violent.
I mean,
My-
that sounds pretty violent to me.
The
Just
prompt
a
was
bullet?
pretty hilarious. Looking it up, if you look up the prompts, it's pretty hilarious. It's like Sonic the Hedgehog, Zapruder film, JFK, sniper, assassination, Tails the Hedgehog.
Does it have Sonic and Tails in it?
Yeah.
I haven't seen this.
They're in the
picture.
cars, like from the 60s.
Someone did show me their screen. Someone took your photo, and made it their background, like with my face in it, like made a screenshot, their screensaver. So big shout out to that weird person.
Their profile picture or their screen? What do you mean by?
Like they made their little icon. What are the icon
Profile
on
picture?
profile picture? That picture
He said
on
screensaver.
TikTok. So shout out to that very weird person who enjoyed that joke as much as I did. Stephen King played Mambo number 5 so much that his wife threatened to divorce him. Now
I did hear this. Did you hear this blurb when it came
What?
out?
No.
this is from Variety. You guys are looking at the picture. Stephen King played Mambo number 5 that his wife so
song.
much. The song Mambo number 5.
Yeah.
Bum, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That one. So much that his wife threatened to divorce him one more fucking time, and I'm going to fucking leave you. Dude,
I can relate
Wow.
to this.
yeah.
That drove her more
Because-
crazy than him being on cocaine.
Yes, because my song for Skylar would be "Locked Up" by Akon.
There's periods when I get
Like,
sad,
he
boy, and the
plays
only
it all the time.
Constantly would play it. It's been a while. He's been on the upswing from Locked Up, but he did play that for
Locked Up is
constantly.
my-
What
A
is
lot.
it about Locked Up?
It's my sad song. It's like my comfort song. Steady trying to find a motive. Why do what you just might have reticked a fucking Locked Up in my brain.
That's beautiful.
Do you remember that time that we did acid and then we had to start having a bad trip at your dorm room and we sat in your car and listened to "You're Beautiful"? What's that song? You fucking high.
James Blunt.
What's the song that's "You're fucking high"?
You're beautiful.
You're beautiful. That's it.
I think,
remember
right?
because I was having a bad
I
time.
don't know what you're talking about.
I wasn't there, so
I don't know what she's talking about.
Apparently, you were there. You were there. Apparently,
It was at your dorm room. We took LSD. One of us vomited, and
I don't know what you're talking about.
maybe it was
one
just
of us
me on-
vomited. Who would it? Was
Maybe it was
you?
just me on acid. I don't know. And then I remember sitting in your car in a snowstorm. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. It's true. And I remember like crying a little bit. You're fucking high. I remember this thought. I remember this. But yo, could you imagine like Stephen King having the conversation with?
No, I
his-
want to imagine the wife coming up and being like, "Steven,
Okay, Stephen.
I cannot do this anymore."
Stephen, I need you to listen to me. You play that fucking song one more time, I'm fucking leaving you. And then
I'm taking the kids.
I can imagine Stephen rapping, like picking up his what are they called? Typewriter. Takes it into the other room, closes the door, and you just hear faintly.
Do, 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 do.
It's just like, God damn it, Stephen! Like even he's like trying to keep it down, but like at first she doesn't hear it. And he's just slowly turning it up until she just hears, boom, 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 like faintly through the walls. He can't stop.
I mean, to be fair, it is a pretty fun song.
1, 2,
But
3,
I
4,
really
5.
don't want it.
Speaking of profound LSD things that happened, I remember on my birthday watching Into the Spider-Verse on LSD. That was a life-altering experience in my life, and I feel so dumb saying
That
that
movie's so dope.
because it had a profound effect on me. I'm not even joking.
I want to see the second one. They made another one.
I mean, I saw it not, I was going to say sober, but probably not entirely sober, but sober off of LSD. I was not on LSD.
That's me watching Into the Spider-Verse. Whoa!
Did you guys hear that they indicted somebody? They charged somebody for Tupac's murder.
Wait, I did see something about that.
It wasn't
but I
the
didn't
CIA?
look into it.
Don't believe it.
Apparently, there's some guy like wrote a memoir a few years ago where he was like,
When they just charged him now?
yeah,
Oops.
What did it, he was
I
like,
don't know.
This was a drive-by or something, right?
Apparently, he claimed he was in the car in this memoir, but then now they just charged him. I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
So,
Slightly off topic.
seems like you shouldn't write a book about that if you did that.
How I Killed Tupac, the book. You know,
If I did it,
do you remember
We all
that
know it was the
when
government.
What's His Nuts was
OJ?
OJ?
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say, do y'all remember that stupid train song that was called "This Is Not a Drive-By"? Remember that song? It was fucking stupid.
Train? No.
Yes, it was by Train.
I don't. I'm glad I don't.
Do you think the lead singer of Train has ever been in a drive-by in his whole life?
Right? That's what I'm saying.
Hey, yo, man, my name is Guy from Train, bro. And you don't understand, bro. I got fucking shot in a drive-by.
Drops of Jupiter,
The
bro.
song was called "This Is Not a Drive-By."
This is not a drive-by.
So that's what he's saying. This was not.
Speaking of
In case you were confused,
weird lines with drive-by in it, I've always wondered what the meaning of the line from Beck's Loser. He says, "Drive-by body pierce."
He just says some. He also says beefcake pantyhose.
Yeah.
I mean, if I put pantyhose on it, that might be what that means.
That's my
know.
favorite line from that song.
Oh, drive-by body pierce does make sense. He's
Drive-
putting holes in you. Yeah.
You're
Oh, okay.
piercing a body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But beefcake pantyhose? Now that's a mystery.
Thick ass thighs in the pantyhose.
Yeah.
Right?
Beefy.
Or it's a man in pantyhose?
I
Probably
really
a man.
Oh, maybe. I really wish that
Okay.
I really wish that Beck wasn't into Scientology because he's like one of my favorite.
He's a good
That's a
musician.
bummer.
He's one of my favorite
he's got
musicians.
Good songs, yeah.
He's got great albums. Odelay. He's got banger albums. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
Scientology is unfortunate.
but also Scientology. Mellow Gold, another great Beck album.
Yo, I got something.
Okay.
Y'all ever seen somebody in stilts?
In,
Walking on stilts?
yeah, and stilts.
How the
before you.
fuck do you stand up in stilts? How do you get on them?
That's a good question.
I'm sure that there is research. You could probably look
Research?
it up. I'm sure. I'm sure I could Google this like right now. I'm sure you could insert a video of somebody getting up onto stilts.
Right.
But just how does
How are
it
they
happen?
doing it?
How does it happen?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen anyone
Like a run-
get onto it.
This
Right,
is-
like how do you like? I've seen them already on the stilts, but like how
like,
do you
start
get
off on
on
a
them?
chair
How do
or
you get
something?
on them?
Climb up.
Holy shit! I've never even thought about that. Holy fuck!
How do you get up there?
You could like start somewhere high up, I guess.
right, you have to be on top
or
of
you
something.
could do some kind of like weird climb.
You
climb
gotta
up
like
on
do
it.
like a run one. Hop
Or like
onto
a what's that thing
Like
called?
a
The
pole
pole
vault
vault.
kinda
They like
thing?
they
But
kind of
you, like-
shoot themselves up.
This is the first thing that I thought, but this leads to another question. Another person on stilts helps you stand up,
Oh,
but
but
then
how
how
did
does
that
the first
person
person
get
get on
there?
stilts? That's how what I thought. I'm like, of course, another person on stilts. Is there perpetually always at least
There's
one
somebody
person on stilts?
always on stilts.
There's someone
they
always
never
on
get off.
Yeah,
They're always up there. What do you do? If that's the case,
this is the
how do-
highest episode of all time.
How do you go to the bathroom if you can never get off stilts?
A shiwi attached to.
Yeah, but
A
what?
cord.
But what? How do you shit? You just gotta squat, but you're
A
like
little-
above.
A little known
You're
fact:
still above people.
everyone on stilts is Asian, so they all know how to like shit squat. That's how they do it.
But I mean, you can't. You can't accidentally step underneath the shitting still person on stilts because you're still like above the ground. You know what I mean? Right?
Dude, this is fucking heavy.
This is really asking the existential questions.
It's like that Tim and Eric meme where they're just like, you know what I'm talking about?
That's me this whole episode.
Nothing. Yeah, I don't know what's happening.
I love that Key and Peele sketch where someone is Neil deGrasse Tyson explaining to his wife every time that he hasn't cheated on him. He's like,
Oh yeah.
actually, relatively, we are all everywhere all at once. And so me to have sex with another, and like, it just like cuts away to like a Nova or whatever.
Yeah. She's like, no, stop.
In
You
this
are not going to
reality,
break into a documentary right now.
I just saw a funny one that I
so
had never
funny.
seen, but I saw it on TikTok from Key and Peele. And it was like a DNA test commercial. And it was like all the white people were like, I'm originated from Egypt. I originated from Ireland or whatever. And then the black people are just like, I'm related to Thomas Jefferson. I'm also related to Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson.
Ian Peele's fucking hilarious.
do you want to know something like that's not a Key and Peele sketch, but could be that like popped into my head? I found out what Thomas, like everyone thought that what's his name, Thomas Jefferson, who's the first president?
George Washington?
George Washington had wooden teeth.
Yeah,
Right?
right? Yes. I've
Okay.
heard that before, yes.
His top teeth were beaver's teeth
Oh shit.
cast into lead,
Lead?
cut down into lead. The mouthpiece with the lead piece,
So, like, lead poisoning was real
That's
strong
great.
with this.
right?
Yeah.
And the bottom were his slaves'
Oh, that's
teeth
fucked.
on the bottom row.
So there was no wood involved.
No,
That's fucked.
how much worse is it that he had beaver teeth and slave teeth cast into lead in his mouth?
Why
What?
did it need to be in lead? He just needed the extra dumbassness?
Sounds heavy, yeah.
Well, I think it's just because it's soft enough, like metallurgy wasn't as strong.
Dentistry clearly wasn't at its peak
Dentistry
in
wasn't
the
a thing.
Well, I mean,
whatever year this was,
if you, I'm also
1776.
if you also think about it in a way, right? I mean, America was kind of like Al Qaeda to Britain, right? Like they were they were fucking bombing shit and like we're taking shit over. So, do you think Al Qaeda has good dentists? Do you think Al Qaeda gets good dentistry? No,
No.
they're like rebel. Like
I don't think
No one did back
I
then.
don't
people-
think good dentistry existed back then.
There's
You
a-
couldn't get
Oh,
good
like anyone.
dentistry anywhere because it was the 1700s.
Exactly.
But I'm saying like they're like a radicalized small group that took over a country. That's
see
what
you're
America
saying
was.
there.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So like I don't
It's a
think
little
the peak
different.
of science was, you know,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? They were just like guys, like, you know, USA.
Boston Tea Party, 9/11, same thing.
Like, I mean, to British people, when we threw all that tea in, do you think we felt worse for during 9/11 or them throwing that tea? Those boys love a good tea.
Yeah, that's true.
They love a good
They
tea.
were probably pretty.
Oh my
They
fucking-
were
God.
Pretty
they're like,
pissed
what
about
They
that.
threw the fucking tea in there, bro.
No people
What?
overboard. No people dead, but the fucking tea.
Oh yeah.
Spilling. Hola.
Hola. Hola. You ever seen that bird? I know the camera's not on right now, but I'm showing Kai's the images. It's a bird, and he goes, hola. And then boom, hola.
We didn't
Hola.
talk about this after we came back from
The bird?
the island, did we? Because that's what it reminds me of when we were in Marco Island. What was that, June? July?
Don't know.
I think it was June.
I don't have object permanence. Time is relative to
But
my
it was
brain.
around the same time that we saw that video of the bird going, hola.
Hola.
But down in Florida, there was a shit ton of crows. So every time we would see a crow, Skylar would go, hola,
Hola.
hola, hola, hola. He would just say it over and over again.
Yeah. Did you know that you could teach crows how to say shit?
They're smart as fuck.
Yeah.
They like can solve puzzles and shit.
Yeah.
I like seeing the birds on TikTok. Like there's this one bird, I don't know what his name is, but his owner will be like, what is this?
He's
He'll
like,
be like,
ting, ting, ting.
Metal.
Meadow.
yeah.
He's fucking sick.
Or he'll be like, this is a bowl. That's glass.
He can
The
name
craziest
shit.
shit
It's
I ever
cool.
saw was the parrot in Rockford that could do the police siren when it went by. The police siren goes by the disaster house, and this parrot was like, wee wee wee.
Was there a parrot at the disaster house?
Yeah.
That's cool. I feel like I wouldn't actually want to own a bird, but like seeing a birds are cool.
Yeah, they're a
But
lot
I
of
don't think
work.
I would actually want to own one,
Yeah. They're a lot of work.
like a talking bird.
Did you know that birds can fall out of love with you? Like,
Damn.
I saw a Reddit post of a person that went on vacation and had somebody else like take care of their bird, right? And they were gone long enough that they would just ignore them when they came back.
Oh.
Oh
That
no!
they're just like, "Fuck you! You left me, bro." You know what I mean?
He held a grudge.
Like,
They
he held
live
a
like
grudge.
70, 80 years.
yeah,
too.
I know that
Yeah.
you have. It's like you got to write them into your will.
Yeah. Oh my God! What a douche parent buys a bird at the end of your life, and you're just thinking, "You motherfucker."
Right.
Mexican people do eat parakeets and stuff like that, so
Really?
you could probably sell it to one of them. I mean, as long as you don't have emotional attachment to it, be like, you know, it's probably a delicacy wherever the fuck you're from. So
That's racist.
not everyone's eating fucking parakeets. Are hard as fuck to get a hold of. It's not being
Yeah.
racist. It's just a number thing. You know what I mean? It's a delicacy in the sense that like these motherfuckers are flowing. Do you see fucking parakeets flying around you and
No,
shit?
but I've not. I just didn't know that people that they ate parakeets.
That people do eat parakeets though.
You go to Petco and buy one.
Oh my god.
How much do you think it would cost? That's way more than buying like a turkey or
Exactly.
something.
That's pretty expensive.
Yeah.
I don't know
And
how
it's
much
for
a
tiny-
parakeet costs.
Not much
from
meat
Petco.
on those little things.
No,
either.
they're little guys.
You know what's really, really small underneath all the feathers that I never expected?
An owl.
An owl.
Oh my god. Have you ever seen an owl's legs? Have you ever seen that?
That's how I know.
We're gonna
that-
look up a picture if you've never seen it. Like it's like somebody puts their hand underneath an owl and just like lifts them up.
their whole body.
And they're literally their legs are like their whole body.
Oh, weird.
It's fucking weird.
It's gross.
Yeah. I
It's
don't
so
know.
weird.
I've
It's
seen
gross.
a naked guinea pig before. They look like mini hippos.
They do.
It's amazing.
That's cute.
It is cute. It is very cute. Oh, Scully's seeping
What would
down
Scully
here.
look like naked?
Probably pretty close to what she looks like now.
Probably like a naked mole rat. A little bit. A sphinx cat.
I know someone on TikTok that follows me who has a naked cat, and it leaves spots in places it lays.
Ew, like it's like body, like
Yeah, you have to give them
Yeah,
baths.
you have to give them
because they get
baths, but
oily.
like
they get oil. Oh, like their skin secretes like an oil.
Yeah, that'd be nasty. It's just a
Yeah.
little stain.
no, like in this, she knows the spots that her cat lays most days because it leaves a little like oily secretion in the spot.
Yuck.
I'm like, ooh. Get that motherfucker a sweater.
I like I like my cat
Yeah,
to
you know what I mean?
sop up its own oils.
I would totally get a sweater. For
I would get a
Yeah.
sweater.
A
I
naked
don't want
cat.
little grease spots like somebody just dropped off a little load of chicken. They also kind of look
They
like
do look
uncut
like a
chicken.
I
little-
don't like what those things look like.
chicken.
I bet it feels cool to pet though.
They're kind of funky. Yeah, they're kind of cool.
I don't
looking
know.
In a
God,
way.
could you imagine
I feel
seeing
like
one
it'd
of?
be like petting a bald guy's head.
Yeah,
Is
I
what
like
it'd
that.
be like.
I like that idea.
No, I don't.
I liked the one thing. I look stupid as fuck with no hair, but the only thing I liked about it was
Was like feeling it.
feeling my own head. Yeah, it felt great. And then I
Well-
did it too much, and then my fucking head dried out, and then I got like eczema on the top of my dome.
I guess we do need one of those. They kind of freak me out, but
Could you imagine seeing one of those tripping? I'd be
Oh
like,
my
oh my god,
uh,
it's a naked human cat
it's a
hybrid.
naked fucking alien thing.
Yeah, no, that's a nightmare. Well, guys, this is episode
It's been a slice.
11.
11.
11.
Correct.
The deuce
11.
one.
Deuces.
I wonder how many it is with the. We did 25.
How many of Power Hour we
We
did?
did 25.
Is that how many we did?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, plus 11. So how many is that?
36?
36 episodes.
Wow. Wow.
We're gonna get pretty close. We're gonna get a pretty high number before the end of the year if we pump out again. If we start doing these a little bit more semi-regularly. But yo, thank you for everyone watching. Fuck you if you don't like it. Fuck you if you do like it. Your parents probably don't like you, and someday they'll die.
Ooh.
You're gay.
As we all will. Nothing matters.
If you feels good putting your pinky in your butt, try your index finger. It's even better.
Wow.
God probably doesn't like you. I don't like you. No one likes you. Kill yourself. Goodbye.
That was something.
cops wanted some initiative. Blew up their entire quadrant. I'm moving like Oppenheimer. She dropped that ass on me from an egregious angle.